Alright, what's good people? It's man like Jamo. Today we're talking about this guy over here. This is the Uperfect 4K 18-inch portable monitor, fam. It's super slim, super techy. Let's get into whether this thing's actually good or not. Now, obviously, man, we'll put the link to the product page in the description section below. Just as a disclaimer, Uperfect did send this down to me to review, check it out, all them kind of things there. But after the review, it goes straight back to them and they don't get to see this video before it's published. So let's get in. Now, starting off with the back side of the device, very simple design. Love the fact that it comes with its own built-in kickstand. I've had these monitors before where they have like a little hole in there so you can put a pen and make the monitor stand up. But if you don't have a pen on you, it's a bit useless kind of thing. So the fact that this monitor can stand up on its own with its built-in kickstand at, you know, quite a lot of angles actually, to the point where it's almost flat like this, I think is a really useful feature that most monitors should have built in. Also love the fact that we got a built-in Visa screw mount kind of situation going on here. So if you want to mount it on the wall or you want to mount it just to any kind of Visa screw mount without using the stand, you can do that, screw that in, and you know, it's all nice and secure. Now, if you're looking at the screen, you'll find behind the right-hand side, you got some buttons that mess around with the in-monitor menu. Now, I don't normally mess around with these buttons because all they really do is stuff like screen color temperature and stuff like that. However, I found that I did not like the color temperature of this screen default out of the box, so I did actually have to play with those buttons and get a better color temperature that more replicates the laptop monitor or any other monitor that I'm using it with. Now on the left hand side, if you're facing the screen, is the port selection, and we've got a mini HDMI and we've got two USB-C ports. Now both the USB-C ports can carry video. However, as I'm about to show you, if you've just got your laptop connected via one USB-C port, the picture on the portable monitor turns out a little bit dark. Like, let me just go to like the main screen kind of thing. You'll see that my monitor screen is not nearly as bright as the screen on my laptop, fam. Like, the laptop's just a lot brighter. All right, so we're gonna plug this one in now. We're gonna try to do it with one hand. There we go. And slowly you should see it's gone dark, but what it's gonna do is get brighter until it kind of matches the brightness on my laptop monitor. I'll show you like a before and after kind of thing so you guys can see, but this is definitely a lot brighter than it was without the second USB-C port plugged in. So yeah, it's not that deep. Like, if you're using it in a dark room, it's not too bad obviously, but if you're using it in quite a bright scenario, you're gonna have to have one USB-C port to power it and another USB-C port to make the screen brighter. Kind of a little bit of annoying. Same situation obviously if you're plugging the HDMI in. Now we definitely got 4K going on here, 3840 by 2160, 16 by 9 aspect ratio. And if we go into advanced display settings, you'll see that we get 59.98 Hertz. So that's 4K 60 maximum, no high refresh rate 4K here. And to be honest, I'd be pretty surprised to see 4K high refresh rate gaming monitors at this price point. Now, one thing we've got to look at when we're looking at these portable monitors is what are the viewing angles saying. And as you can see, they're not the best viewing angles that you can get on a monitor, let alone a portable monitor. As you can see, like, man goes to the side kind of thing, the picture gets a little darker. Whereas, for example, my laptop screen, as you can see, no matter what angle I look at it from, it stays the same brightness, the same color kind of thing. Like, it's not getting darker or anything like that. Now, multitasking on this thing is kind of light work. It's kind of nice having such a big screen, especially at such a large resolution kind of thing. Obviously, you can do your dual screen thing where you have one screen here, one screen there. You can put these screens kind of in the corner and do like a quad screen thing. Obviously, you can do this on any display, but it just looks a little bit better when you've got a 4K display kind of thing. Everything looks a lot less squashed and obviously a lot sharper depending on what you're looking at. So Yeah, man, definitely nice for doing a little multitasking and stuff like that, and especially at this 18-inch screen size, yeah, you can definitely get stuff done. Now, obviously, as I said, you got these little buttons on the right hand side behind the screen where you can adjust the picture quality. I'm trying to adjust it against an OLED panel, which is never going to be fair against another panel that's not OLED. But it's doing all right now that I've got two USB-C cables plugged in, one powering it and one carrying the display signal. You've got some other options like display rotate there. Let me come out of this real quick. Right, people, then now on to the part of the video which you guys actually came here for, and that is the gaming performance of this monitor. I think it looks good. Obviously, I started off on a little bit of Nintendo Switch. Obviously, 1080p gameplay on a 4K screen. Doesn't look too bad here. Doesn't look too bad. It looks quite nice. And most importantly, the color reproduction of that Breath of the Wild looks wicked. Again, we're moving on to Horizon Forbidden West now. Colors look good, graphics look good. This game looks so saucy, especially in 4K 60, which is the maximum frame rate of this monitor. Nah, man, it looks good. Now we've got to check the response time, so I thought I'd chuck a driving game in there, Grid Auto Sport just to be precise. I think we're rated at a 5 millisecond response time on this monitor, but it pretty much feels quite decent to me. When I press a button on the controller, I immediately see the corresponding action happen on screen. I feel that if I was a competitive person, or if I was actually good at games, I could play competitively using this screen, no issue. Now again, just to show off the 4K resolution and the 60Hz refresh rate on this portable 4K monitor, I thought I'd have to whip up the best looking game of all time, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Boy, does this game look sick in 4K, fam. And this monitor is kicking out the resolution, it's kicking out the refresh rate. Everything's looking nice, not too much ghosting because this game does get quite fast paced. I'm pretty happy with what I've seen here, and I would definitely have a good experience playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on this screen for the PS5. Can't lie, guys, I think we've got a pretty decent monitor going on here. Love the fact that it's got the built-in kickstand. Love the fact that when you finally plug in both USB-C cables, you get a quite bright, vibrant 4K 60Hz screen, which has no issue with connectivity because you're either using USB-C or mini HDMI. My only issues was that I had to do a little bit of tweaking around when I first got it because I felt that the color temperature profiles weren't what I needed it to be to enjoy playing games. Same with the brightness. If you're just using one USB-C cable, you're not going to get the maximum brightness that this monitor has to offer, which is a shame. I would have loved to just bring my laptop, bring one cable, and bring this monitor, have it all plugged in, and not sacrifice another USB-C port on my laptop. But yeah, it is what it is. Still a decent 4K 60 monitor. I've not really seen any portable 4K monitors. So yeah, this is wicked, man. I've got good hopes for it. I've got good hopes for it still.